Top three reasons why you need an IUL. Because the IUL is under the umbrella of life insurance, you get to take advantage of tax code 72E, which allows all the money inside of your account or your policy to accrue interest tax free. Yes, so that means you don't have to pay capital gains on the interest and on the money that you're earning or accruing with inside of the policy. One of my favorite things to do when I'm looking at an illustration that I structured for a client is to look at when they're around the age of 80, mid 80s, 90s, and to really show them what their policy has done throughout their entire life. And what I do is I show them all the interest that they've accrued throughout the life of the policy. And I just let them know, like, hey, all this interest that you earned, guess what? That's all tax free because of tax code 72E, which again, you only get to leverage under the umbrella of life insurance, which is why the IUL is so unique. The second reason why everybody should have an IUL is because of the fact that you have market protection. The IUL, indexed universal life, is an index strategy. So what that means is that you only participate with the upward trends of the market without having to participate in the downward trends of the market. There is something that's called a 0% floor. Zero is your hero. Basically, what that means is that the worst thing that can happen to you is that you just didn't earn any interest that year. You will never go into the negatives. You'll never lose interest. So, for example, in 2008, it kind of depends on which index that you are participating in, but you could have potentially lost 23%, lost 26%. But luckily, for the individuals who had their money inside of an IUL, the worst that could possibly happen to them is that they just get a zero for that year. And so when you're looking at actual interest versus average interest, if you make 10% interest one year and then lose 10% interest the next year and then make 10% interest the third year and then the fourth year you lose 10% interest, most people would say, oh, you broke even. You're at 0% because you made 10, lost 10, made 10, lost 10. No, that's not actually how it's calculated. You would actually be in the negatives because if you put money behind that, okay, the first year, yeah, you make 10% interest, now you have money. The second year, you lose money because you went negative 10%. So what you have to realize is the next year, when you're earning 10% again, that third year, you're not earning 10% interest on that full dollar amount you started off with because you lost that percentage. This is something that I might have to show on like screen or on a whiteboard in a later video, just because that might be a little bit hard to follow along with. But just do some other research, like the differences between average interest and actual interest, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're looking at your 401k or your Roth IRA right now and you are just really, really, really upset with how much money you've been losing because of the downward trend of the market, just remember in the back of your head, if you would have had your IUL structured and had your money inside of the IUL, you wouldn't be losing any money right now. The third reason why individuals should have their money inside of an IUL is because of tax code 7702. This allows you to access your cash at any age tax-free and penalty-free. Again, because of tax code 72E, you never have to pay capital gains tax on that money when you take it out. So again, if you have money in the stock market and you want to take that money out, well, now those are becoming realized gains. So you're going to have to pay taxes on that. If you sell off a property that you just bought and you did like a quick fix and flip or whatever, you're gonna have to pay capital gains tax on that. If you have money in a 401k or a Roth IRA, you're gonna have to pay taxes and penalties on that money, on your own money. But luckily, with the IUL, you're able to access that cash in either the form of a loan or a withdrawal. You don't have to pay taxes or penalties on that money. That money truly is liquid. You can access it at any age. There is no age restrictions like other types of accounts that are out there that most of you are probably pretty familiar with. And so guys, those are just 3 out of the many reasons why you should get an IUL. Like this video and subscribe to this channel.